Hello, it's Marni Penner, and in this video I'm going to explain how to make friends. I had crippling social anxiety from 21 to 26 years old, and for that reason, once I found my solution to social anxiety at 26 years old, I became passionate about connection, connecting with people and making friends. And so for the last 16 years, I've been refining the art of connecting with people and making friends. And I would like to share with you the wisdoms, the insights, and the conclusions I've made about how you too can make friends really, really easily. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is take back the power. Okay, so what happens a lot of the times is if we don't have any friends or we don't have enough friends, we have the impression that there's all those people out there that we have to impress and we have to please, and maybe one of them will become our friends. But that's not how it works. What you have to do is take back the power. Ask yourself, what do I want? What do I need? What do I feel? That's how you take back the power. And ask yourself, out of all the people that I know, who would I like to be friends with? So let's say you pick 4 people in your life that you would potentially like to be friends with. Well, that means that everybody else that you did not pick, you disqualified them. Okay? So don't worry about pleasing them, about what they think of you. You disqualified them, okay? So then you take the 4 people who you chose that you might like to become friends with, and you ask yourself, are they honest with me? See, the thing is, people with social anxiety are actually really, really good at people most of the time. We actually have a very high social intelligence and emotional intelligence, and it backfires and causes social anxiety. So you know deep in your heart if someone is being honest with you. So if you think of person number A and you're like, I don't know, she's giving kind of this fake vibe that maybe she doesn't actually like me and she's kind of pretending to like me. You know, if she's not giving an honest vibe, disqualified, okay? So then you go to person B and you ask, is this person honest with me? And if this person is honest with you, then that means 2 things. It means you can trust them, and it means that they like you. We're honest with the people that we like, right? And so this means that you can move to the next phase of friend making, which is being even more honest. So all making friends is upping the honesty level and making the first move. Okay, so first let's talk about upping the honesty level. So if you have determined that until now this person seems to be honest with you, that means you can trust them and that means they like you. So now it's time to up the honesty. So this is how it works. You up the honesty, and then they up the honesty, and then you up the honesty, up, 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 up. So all it is being more and more honest. And that is what making friends is all about. But there's one more step that is crucial in making friends. And that is that you make the first move. See, we have a whole society of people waiting for the other person to make the first move. And what that results in is that it takes about 3 years to make friends in our culture. You know, because everyone's just waiting for the other person to make the first move. And what is the first move? Well, a friendship is only a friendship if we move it away from the workplace, away from the playground, away from the university, away from the dance class, right? A friendship requires somebody to make the first move to say, would you like to go out for coffee after dance class, right? That's the first move. But we're always waiting for the other person to make the first move. And so you may be saying, well, I could never take that risk. But I have something really important to tell you. connection doesn't exist without risk. So you can wait another 5 to 10 years for someone to come along who's going to take 100% of the risk, or you can decide that you are going to be that person who takes the first move, right? Connection doesn't exist without risk, so you take the risk. Now, let's say that you make this first move and you ask someone, well, would you like to go out for coffee after dance class? And then they say, oh, I'm so busy. I've got this to do and that to do and my work and my kids and my, and I'm taking on this side business. And okay, so if they choose busyness over connection, then that is not your fault. Because we live in a society where people are very, very lonely, but we're socialized to prioritize busyness over connection, okay? Like, we are a really, really lonely society. They found 1 in 4 people have no one that they can talk about important matters with. And the average number of people that people can talk about important matters with is 2. People only have 2 people in their life, or a quarter of the time, they have 0 people in their life that they can talk about important matters to. And why is that? Well, it's because loneliness is taboo. It's taboo to talk about loneliness. And we're socialized to prioritize busyness and productivity over connection. So even though the people you're trying to connect with are lonely, a lot of the time they'll still choose busyness over connection. And if they do choose busyness over connection, then that's not your fault. It's a societal problem. They have not prioritized connection like you and I have, right? And so you just move on, or you try again sometime. But just remember that this is a societal problem. It's not personal. You just move on and you keep going, okay? And so if they say yes, and then you take it to the coffee shop, then just keep upping the honesty and keep upping the first moves. The second move and the third move, right? Just keep going. And it's okay if it's you who then makes the second move and you who makes the third move. As long as you sense that they are being honest, that means that you can trust them, and that means that they like you. And so you can just keep going and making those moves. All right? And you're probably thinking, well, why would I always make the first move? Well, because we're socialized to not prioritize connection. We're socialized to not know how to make connections, and we're socialized to prioritize busyness and productivity even when we have no connection. Okay? So that may mean that you have to make a lot of the moves and take a lot of the risk, but believe me, it's worth it. And after a while, they will start taking moves too. If you'd like to know more about how to make friends, or if you have any questions about things that could come up along the way, or if you'd like me to support you on this journey through my one-on-one coaching, then send me a message. I'd love to chat. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.